So, carry arc lights are go. And that is from Anti-Air's first tech. Talk about weird games, mad games. I don't see a way to set up a good flank here. But I want to see if I can maybe make this flank work. And there's a fortress drop here. So this is where I start to get a bit mad even further. My opponent sells the fire badgers here. I sell the rhino here. And I decide to throw the fortress down. Here, apparently. Ah, no. I do put another level 1 fortress. I didn't want to commit the level 2 fortress there, because I potentially want to keep it. I put that here. My opponent is going for incendiary bomb. Not only fire badgers, but that as well. I sold the... Oh no, yeah, there was only a rhino here. I do put that on the fortress, hoping that it can spawn in. None of these units have insane DPS, so that might just work out. And to make things even weirder, I now go into some hackers. Honestly, the correct choice if I wanted to just plain win would probably have been charge shot on the arc lights, if I had to guess. But hackers are fun too. I guess my opponent is bringing the fire, so I'm bringing the hackers. I do also throw down an oil bomb, in order to have my opponent's fire burn all of his own units. Let's see what happens in this flank. This flank is basically non-existent anymore. He sold it. Is this fort even going to survive? Yeah, it is, but not for long. It is, however, something that he has to think about, because fortress flanks always have the option of going for shields, and that makes them all the more dangerous. Arclight in the middle got taken out, so the marksmen are the only thing shooting at the wasps. Hackers aren't accomplishing much. He's going to get a tower any moment, and that fortress is not going to tank all of this. Yeah, that looks like it's going to be a win for Salt Monkey, but that fortress is sure putting in the work. It's just unfortunate that an Arclight with no damage is shooting the Wraith all the time instead of the Wasps. I'm now at an impasse. I can even go for a shield airdrop to put a shield here, but I might just want shields on my units anyway. It's not like my opponent has anything here to deal with shields. He kind of needs to drop a melter or something. Or just keep leveling the wasps. But leveling wasps into carry arclights, I think that's not a good play. I do throw down some crawler spawn here. Do I remember to defend against the crawlers? I think I officially forgot to defend against these crawlers. For the second time. That arclight is a bit too far forward, considering the positions, so that it would keep turning around, or would turn around and keep shooting these crawlers in the previous match. I decided to throw down some distraction crawlers in order to get the incendiary bombs away from my units. Salt Monkey is dropping another Vulcan in the middle. He just wants to watch the world burn. I'm leveling my units, and I think I also put range on the hackers this round. I did decide to not go further into this flank and risk it. Instead, I have a lot of extra money here. I drop another fortress and range on the hackers. Yeah, here it is. That should probably be going, yeah, it's going on this side. That fortress is a huge, huge problem for my opponent. Because none of his units, save for these wasps, are good at doing damage to it. I guess level 3 wasps with elite marksmen, they are doing over 1100 damage per shot. Those take down a fortress pretty quickly. Yeah, that flank is still binding a lot of supply, and I did forget to defend against these crawlers, although for whatever reason, this time the Arclight turned around. So that helps. Hacker is starting to work on something that matters. Fortress is lowering the HP, and that means the Vulcan did go down, although it was instantly annihilated by the Wasps. That said, the Wasps are stuck shooting the fortress and getting destroyed by the carry arclights. On this side it's looking kinda similar, but the Wraith is helping a lot. Actually, the Vulcan has been converted and is going after the Stormcallers. Ay. Yeah, shenanigans all the way through. In the end, that is one fat substantial win for me. The question now is what to do. He is definitely in kill range. Unit drops are coming down. What can I do here? He decides to go for the melting points. That makes absolute sense. That fills the giant killer-shaped hole in his unit composition. Those Scorpions definitely can also make a case for Scorpions against carry arclights, I think. Degen Beam and armor on the Wraiths. Interesting. I have an orbital strike again into someone who has wasps. He could go for shield, but shield is expensive. Instead, he decides to put range on the melters. That is an absolutely good player here, I think. And I think this is a round where I say, F it all. I'm just going full carry arclight. I decided to put the photon coating on this arclight. That is absolutely mad. I would have had to commit something else here. I think I should sell that and use that somewhere else. I'm not sure if I'm doing it though. EMP once again. And that means that the orbital bombardment might actually get something done on the ground as well. I'm deciding to commit into something that I haven't tried before. Mass Typhoon flank with shields. There is no Wraith here, so maybe that can get something done. I'm hoping that maybe I can direct these wasps towards here so they still move into the EMP range, because I kind of want to EMP this entire club. I think it was working halfway well and halfway not, simply because the Wraith is so efficient at clearing this. Yeah, it did get a lot of wasps, but they had the range so they didn't need to move closer. That is why it didn't work. That Wraith is annoying. But they are also already having problems with the crawlers. In the end, those Typhoons lose, but it means that all of my units here have a near infinite amount of time. I also put enhanced control on the hackers. So, yeah. That happened. Hacker is doing some really nice damage. It is getting that melting point, and that means that everything is focused on it. Marksmen take out the other units here. More hacks coming down and distracting my opponent for a long time. That is buying so much time for this one marksman to shoot all the wasps it needs, maybe. But at the end of the day, I think that's still going to be a win for my opponent, maybe? Do I have what it takes to kill that melting point? I might just get a pretty good tower debuff. Yeah. It's a ranged marksman against a ranged melting point. Not much range difference, but the damage is enough. Heavy armor, senior manufacturing, advanced firepower control. Yeah, why not? Throw that on your carry wasps. Have them do 3312 damage per shot. That is going to melt a fortress real quickly. Honestly, that Wraith was such a pain in the last round. I had hoped it would not go this way. I would have been fine probably with it going into these carry arclights and marksmen. This is now, I think, the round where I fully commit into the carry arclights. It is very likely to be the last round, so why not go mad? See if this... I think I sell one of these, but I'm not entirely sure. I don't think there's a way that I can make this flank work. The Wraith with armor is going to nullify everything I can throw at it. He's putting some crawlers here. I think that is not a good move. Yeah, here comes the double tech on the arclights, I think. I should hit rapid resupply range and arclight damage, if I'm not mistaken. He sold one of the Vulcans, okay. More Wraith power coming out. I do have some very decent arclight damage here. 6,000 on this arclight. And the marksman to back it up. I drop additional hackers. And I once again don't defend against this. Honestly, me forgetting to defend against the crawlers in my back is a major error that I've done 3 times in this game alone. Fire kinda burns his own chaff, but not enough. Flanks, my flanks at least, get cleaned up very quickly. And now I'm being pushed. The question is, can I survive? Look at how quickly that Vulcan evaporated. Wasps are definitely a good counter. Since I didn't defend against the crawlers in the middle, I lose a tower very quickly. And that means my entire force is getting steamrolled once again. And unfortunately, I lost to Salt Monkey in this one. Which I think if I had just dropped one missile here, that would have made the world of difference. Oh, that is painful. Yeah. But these games happen. And I think this was a mad enough game that I cannot be mad about showing it. I definitely was playing like an absolute madman, and so was my opponent. I hope you very much enjoyed this. I really wish I could have remembered to defend against the crawlers here. Those have been the thorn in my side for a third of the rounds of this entire game. And in the end, that is why my opponent won. I'm pretty sure without it, I would have at least stood a decent chance. So yeah, good on Salt Monkey for winning. And good on you for watching. I hope to see you next time as well, if you're enjoying this. And thank you for watching and listening. Until next time.